What is good? It is your boy Chimezie, and we're back at it again with another Review Your Music segment in light of me reaching 2,000 subscribers. So first of all, thank y'all very much. If you're not familiar with this segment, this is pretty much where I make, a video dedicated to my subscribers. I post up a tweet asking y'all to send me music, and whenever I reach a certain subscriber milestone, and I agreed to react and do a little review of it. So that's what this is. 2,000 subscribers, pretty crazy. It's not huge in the grand scheme of things, but then I think back a year ago, I was doing the same thing for 200 subscribers. So that's pretty cool. I appreciate it. This is my way of getting back to y'all. It's a mutual transaction. Y'all support me, and I try to distribute it. So I got 67 submissions. Obviously not gonna react to every single song. I do about 15 to maybe 20. I'm gonna try to do more of the ones that came in first, because they've been waiting on it. They have the notifications on. But yeah, I'll also scroll through, see whatever catches my eye, and try to react to that as well. I'm gonna keep 100. I don't lie. I'm not gonna be mean, but I'm also not gonna lie and say I love something that I don't. So keep that in mind. If I don't say much, then I'm not trying to I guess be mean, but if I like it, I will let you know. But without further ado, I don't want to keep this video longer than it needs to be. Let's start off. Got the first person, EKnight, with his song Fossilized, produced by Chuck Strangers. That is really good producer. He produced one of my favorite Madani songs.
Yeah.
Already production. Very simple, very good.
That was left out, looking to the past. Some say it helps, but not for me. Past, reminiscent, nostalgic memory.
I like that. He said usually looking into the past helps, but not, I want to say not for me. I want to say that's a little reference to Sasha Malone or Maxo or Caleb Giles, smiling at the past when I see it.
He's never due to ease, force seems to catalyze. Hard blessings round my sleeve, my heart is true to size. Stay cemented to my
reference.
Goal. My thoughts are fossilized, idolize self-worth, never victimize self-pity. Move with all the...
Okay. First minute in, I get a very strong influence from Navy Blue. I want to say his inflection, his delivery, and I also like his lyrics. Very, very poetic, extremely poetic and introspective, self-reflective, and then having to deal with his inner thoughts, what he's thinking about, his feelings, trauma, past trauma. I really like that, and like I said, very poetic.
For my eyes, steady here craving trees, sprouting for brighter lives, pacing for better dimes, meaningful stamps in time.
Meaningful stamps in time.
Meaningful stamps in time.
That is very solid. Very, very solid. Yeah, can't go wrong with Chuck Stranger's production. If it kind of provided this kind of really mellow, chill space and sound, and yeah, EKnight with his voice delivery matches that perfectly, and the content of his lyrics as well. Like I said, very, very introspective, just I guess pondering about his environment, but mostly of himself, his past, and what he has going on for himself. And he does it in a very poetic way, a very, very original. I do, like I said, I saw a good Navy Blue. I want to say that's the biggest influence that I was hearing, and just in his delivery, his lyrics, but it still sounded very original. It wasn't a rip-off by any means. So I really respect that. I like that. I like hearing influences. A lot of people get offended when I point out influences, but to me, if I hear an influence, that's just, I have influences too. I don't see how that's at all I don't know, disrespectful to an artist. But good song. Next song. All right, next song we have Riverside by pis.i. I hope I'm saying that. I feel like he's corrected me before. I want to say it is pis.i, but next song is Riverside by pis.i. And he's a producer, so I'm just gonna expect the instrumental. That's a nice melody. Ooh. That, yeah, I want to say I hear, I am familiar with pis.i's production, and he's always had like a Day Hakim, you know, 6th Press influence in his production. I can hear, but like he's throwing in like his own little flavor there, very much so. Especially with, I want to say, I don't know, that little melody, the it's like really glimmering, almost like it gives me like this glimmering, shining feeling. It's kind of, I don't know. I'm not a producer, so it's hard for me to really accurately, I guess, maybe review or describe a beat or instrumental, but I like the feelings that it's giving me. All right, that concludes pis.i's Riverside, and yeah, like I said, not the best at describing or reviewing just straight up instrumentals, but I do like the feeling that this song was bringing. It felt futuristic in a way, but also like a little bit, I don't know, like muddled. Like I felt like there was like some crackling in the background as well, and almost like a like, I don't know, like it kind of sounded like bubbling, like something that was going underwater a bit and was like bubbling up. I felt like I was hearing sounds like that sort of in the background. So yeah, like a lot of things going on. And like I like the drums that started in the beginning. They were a bit like scattered and bare, but then when the kick came in, you know, brought out the bass, kind of really filled out that space that was kind of, you know, missing. And yeah, I enjoyed it. Really liked the melody. Sounded futuristic. I like it, and it sounded like definitely like a own flair type of beat. Like it's his own thing. So because I can't say I hear the influences, but I can't say I've heard like a beat like that. Like it definitely sounded original, which I definitely enjoy. Our next song, we got our boy Animist with the song Peace featuring Metroworld, produced by the GOAT Argov.
I'm pulling out my hair, at least it's for something I love. I hit the ground every time I fall. No one here to trust. Then I burn my bank account. It's getting thinner than my stomach is. Pockets turn to pits, I fall in, and walls is crumbling. I'm not here wanna live in people.
I like that. My bank account is getting thinner than my stomach is. My pockets turn into pits that I fall up in. My world is crumbling. I like that so far. Honestly, bro, the production A1, where you can't miss with an Argov beat. And Animist complements the beat very well, because it is, you know, it's not really heavy or anything. It's I wouldn't say light either, but it is kind of like it's mellow-ish. It's like something that you put on. You got to reflect. It's like a reflective type of beat. And Animist, yeah, like you said, he complements that very well. Like I said, I review a lot of introspective artists, so yeah, very, very introspective, the lyrics. Just almost talking about his woes, the struggles that he's going through as of right now, and he's doing it in a poetic way, in a sincere and intimate way, which is always appreciative.
Hearing down into it got me lonely, moving at my own pace, trying to find my own power, searching for that peace within a found.
I'm on my own pace, searching for my own peace. Shout out Madani.
That piece, but then it found me. I was searching for that piece, but then it found me.
I like that.
It found me.
We're in the forest breaking down trees. We gon' need that brown bag, glass 40.
I'm yelling timber in the forest breaking down trees. I want to say that's probably like a metaphor to breaking down weed. I like that.
Ounce, please. I was searching for that. I was trying to find that piece, but then.
Oh, that's fire.
For that piece, but then it found
I like that. Both of their verses complimented each other, you know, like they didn't seem different or like I liked it. I liked the two verses from Metroworldpiece and Animist. They both complimented each other extremely well and seemed like a very organic chemistry. You know, they didn't have two verses that were different, like that were about different things. They were very extremely on point, like in the exact same direction. Also referencing some of the lyrics that were in each other's verses, like finding your own peace on your own pace. But they weren't repeating each other, you know, like it wasn't two exact copy and paste verses either. So, which is honestly that's pretty hard to do when you're collaborating with someone and you guys are trying to stay on the same subject. It is kind of hard to like not either stay on the same path or not like step on each other's toes, you know, with the same, maybe same lyrics, same flow, whatever. But very well done, and bro, production A1, bro. You can't miss. All right, next song we have Hyperlink with his song Jumble, also a producer, so also expecting just the instrumental. I'll try my best to review it. Very experimental from what I've heard before. Yeah. Okay. So off the bat, this is what is the breakdancing, like a beat? No. What is it? A break beat, I want to say, like this from the 90s. Like this I want to say what people used to like pop and lock to and like maybe breakdance to. I don't know. I have a friend who's into breakdance and he's tried to explain it to me before. I do not be listening correctly, but it's very reminiscent of like 90s beats of yeah, just I feel like it's breakdancing, bro. I feel like there's like a movie scene or like a dude with a cardboard out and this beat is playing, especially like the segment of it when the beat comes in. There's another part in it that's kind of experimental, that kind of reminds me of like maybe like JPEG Mafia-esque or whatever, just like kind of rugged and rough. But so far I really like it. And that little, I don't know what the sound is, the little high shrill or whatever, I can't pinpoint what song it reminds me of, but it's like some Method Man or maybe Redman song that has that exact same like high pitched shrill. But yeah, I like it so far. Like that part, very 90s. Yeah, and that part kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, like clipping or like JPEG Mafia, something like that. But yeah, pretty short song, instrumental. I want to say it's off his beat tape. I don't really have anything more to add than I had already said. Sounds like a 90s like break beat, which with its own type of flair, kind of infused with like this really rough and heavy sound that kind of reminds me, like I said, like maybe clipping JPEG Mafia, something like that. It's pretty good. All right, next song we have Metroworldpiece, his own song. He was just featured on the Animist one. His own song September, produced by EKnight. I feel like I've seen that name before somewhere. I'm not sure, but here we go.
Hey, yo, I've been the biggest thing that's in the way. Some
That's hard. I've been the biggest thing in the way. You know, yeah, that's crazy. I felt that, you know, trying to be on the right path, but, you know, struggling, and you realize the only thing in the way, or the biggest thing in the way, is yourself. That's some deep stuff right there.
Some days, Audi send a letter to the angels. We on the same wavelength, but on different way.
Sending letters to the angels, probably a way to reference praying. I like, this dude, his lyricism is pretty on point.
And my money getting low, so I ain't cheesing a minute. I cut the demons off my path.
I like it. Where he said, and my money been low, so I ain't cheesed in a minute. You know, cheesing is smiling, but cheese is also money, cheddar, dough, so fire. Great. That is a great verse, great production, extremely very somber instrumental, kind of chopped, but extremely nice. Kind of, I want to say maybe it's a jazzy sample, but extremely good. I really like that song. And like I said, his it's very introspective again, which I don't have a problem with. Like, I'm just saying, like, probably a lot of these artists are gonna be pretty introspective. I can just tell. But I did like the you know, the way he was reflecting on himself, on his situation, but also like the wordplay as well, like the little like double meaning. I love that. I love when you're able to implement that in, you know, heartfelt verses as well, because it really means you're really thinking about, you know, trying to be original in what you're saying, and cleverness is extremely important in hip-hop. It's probably like, that's the #1 thing that I look for in any rapper. Like, it doesn't matter if your flow is completely trash. Like, look at Blueface. That man is ridiculously clever. Like, you cannot, that man is a genius. Like, I'm not even gonna front, but we're not talking about him. Anyway, I do like that. I do like that he was using like double meanings, because it makes you think about his lyrics too. It really makes you say like, oh, what does he mean by that? Oh, like, okay, like that's a like a euphemism for this, or, you know, like a symbolism or metaphor. And so, always great to hear. Really like that track. All right, next song we have Ian in the Water with his song Vices. I believe produced by Jados. Sorry, Jedis, maybe. I'm not sure. But here we go.
Therapy ain't free, so I pay more for a zip. I guess the person reaching local, so the bullshit. I know my.
No, that's fine. Therapy ain't free, so I pay more for a zip. You know, using drugs as a means for therapy. You know, it's a real thing that people have to struggle with. Already, I don't know what his voice is reminding me of, or his flow right here. I wanted to say it was Danny Brown at first, but I don't think it's Danny Brown. I feel like it's someone who's also kind of related to, you know, Danny Brown's sound, but, you know, kind of like very theatric with his flow, which is always appreciated.
My bad attitude sits on my shoulder. As I'm older, I felt vacant, but let's face it, I've been here before. Of course, I know I'll make it. The journey to...
I like that. I have to think about it, is that my bad attitude sits on my shoulder. That's like, I want to say maybe like the way that I'm understanding it right now. You have like the devil and the angel on your shoulders. So like your bad attitude, and they, like, you know, they influence your decisions. So your bad attitude could stem from like always listening to the devil on your shoulder.
Shit, I bottle things up too much without saying much. To crack another bottle just to coddle and then chuck it up for later after twisting blunt.
I like, right? Yeah, a lot of talk about using, you know, substances to, you know, either like numb the pain, or like, you know, in therapy, or, you know, whatever, mind-numbing substances. You said I bottle up too much, and then I go and find another bottle to, you know, chug, I want to say. So I like that, you know, that kind of that imagery of like using bottled and in two different instances.
If they fight you,
got some singing. All right, that was Vices by Ian in the Water. And yeah, like I said, his what stuck out to me the most was his voice, and I guess his delivery. And I want to say, at first I thought it was Danny Brown, but I want to say it reminds me of the dude from what is it, Bone Thugs and Harmony. I forgot the specific individual, but yeah, kind of like his voice. Like if he rapped just a bit faster, 100% he would sound like the dude from that group. But yeah, I liked what he was saying. I want to say, yeah, it was about his vices, you know, and so a lot of talk of, like, you know, having to use drugs in I guess instead of, or like in place of therapy, or I guess more of a productive, progressive, or positive means of, you know, bettering oneself. He has to turn to I mean, he referenced drinking, weed, shrooms. So yeah, I guess his vices, essentially. And he did it in a pretty, you know, personal way, but also like pretty clever. I liked like his, like I said, his double meanings in some of his verse, or in parts of his verses. And the production was also pretty good. I also really liked it. It wasn't anything crazy, but it definitely did give, I guess, Ian the space to talk about what he needed to talk about, his vices. All right, next song we got Chieff with his song Disembowelment. I want to say it's also from a beat tape, so might just be instrumental as well. Very atmospheric, kind of like ambient, but yeah, it's very atmospheric and, you know, kind of floating, almost as if you were like underwater, I feel like. All right, that was Chieff with his song Disembowelment, and just instrumental, no vocals on there. And like I said, very atmospheric, very much like kind of, yeah, like you were just floating in, kind of like ambient. Yeah, pretty much. Like it was just very, you know, kind of like mindless wander into, like, in the clouds kind of feeling. And I like that. They're very floating. I would say the drums, you know, could be worked on a bit more, but the actual melody and, like, I guess the grand scheme of things, I did like the vibe of, for sure. Next song we got my boy Jay Cinema. Song is called Shit Ain't Easy, and I don't know, it says congrats on 2K, so maybe he made the song just for this video, and if so, big ups, my man. That's crazy. Produced by Wilf Merson, whose name also sounds very familiar. But yeah, here we go.
Really working hard, hoping that the money did. Shit, I've been hurt before, really had to shed a tear. Learning, growing through the years, really working hard.
Wow, bro, 10 seconds in. This sounds like I'm racing against time itself, bro. Like I'm stuck in a maze, and like what is, like, Maze Runner, bro, or like I'm running, like the screen's about to catch me, bro. Like this song sounds, or the production, like, sounds extremely anxious, like just fear itself. Like that's like what I'm getting, like panic ridden. And what I heard so far is, like, I sent a prayer, hope the angels hear it. So yeah, it seems like, you know, he's also maybe in that mind state and, like, trying to reach out for help. But so that's what I got. I had to say that from the get-go. That's pretty crazy.
Yes, I've been shedding my fear, been shifting the gear. 2020, yeah, the vision clear. If you didn't know, I'm scared. Trying to be king of the city, where kids become greedy. I've been living filthy, I've been feeling guilty. guilty. Oh, my demons don't try to kill me. I was really stuck up in the trenches. But what out loud, what retention.
Whoa.
I seen niggas lose their life from a slice of the pie. That shit don't sit with repeat. I know it's all.
Oh man, bro, I can't stress that enough. This song sounds apocalyptic, and like what he's saying too, like he's seeing his friends lose it all for like a slice of the pie. It doesn't sit easy with him. Like he's seeing all these things pretty much like crumbling apart, and that is so accurately reflected in the production. I love it when that's the case, when the instrumental of a song just so accurately reflects what the artist is conveying, and that's some point right here. That's crazy.
To my game, show love to my team. I just want my niggas to eat.
Yeah, that is fire. That is really good. I really like that. I've already mentioned another thing that caught my ear is I'm familiar with J Cinema, and he kind of switched up his flow there in the middle of the song on a flow that I haven't heard before from him, and that got me excited as well, because it wasn't expected. And so and he did it quite well, to be honest. He only did it for like maybe a couple bars or so, but just that little flip, like that little switch is good. It really like I said, like adds flavor to the song. But yeah, good song. Very different from what I've heard before from him, and so that's always good. Always good when you try a new sound and you pull it off, because that's pretty hard to do. All right, next up we got Nick Bowens with his song Some Days, produced by Isaa.c, which is crazy. That's crazy, because I've known Nick Bowens for like at least like 4 years or so. He's probably like one of the first SoundCloud rappers that I listen to on SoundCloud, because I really don't use SoundCloud. I don't know how I stumbled upon him, but that's wild. That's crazy. Yeah, let's see what he got. Honestly, first of all, I know what he got, bro. That man can spit. I'm not even gonna front at all. That's crazy.
Proof, improvise to feel important. Now every place you go, you feel you never wanted. A constant feel of conflict was all you had ever knew. Cause niggas don't know structure, and we around.
I like that. Like he's very not introspective. He's pretty much giving advice to the listener or to a specific person in here, and it's very good and sound advice, and like almost like to like a I don't know, like someone talking to like their little brother, or like someone who's talking to someone in need, and he's doing it in a very poetic way. Like he's acknowledging like having to go through a struggle, through a muddy path, but yeah, it's keeping a very, very positive outlook, which I appreciate. And he's flowing like per usual.
Picture, if you don't fit the description, they kill for this pigment. They lack of protection. If you ain't using discretion, you might just end up a victim. My people set up for ignorance. We always perish in prison.
If you ain't using discretion, you might just end up a victim. That's hard. Yeah, bro, that's
different plateau. I'm gonna deliver some food that's gonna replenish their soul. And no, I cannot be fooled just cause it glitter ain't gold. I can't abide by the rules. I just don't fit in the mold. Cause
fire.
Don't know structure.
Fire, yeah, I like that. He said it's gonna bring them food that's gonna replenish their soul. He isn't fooled by glitter and gold. So yeah, like it seems like he's maybe seeing his role like the role that he's supposed to be in, and I guess provide wisdom, advice, sound good advice to his listeners, to people who will listen to him, or like to people who look up to him. And I really like that. I do like that. He's not, I guess, like sitting in his own like misery or whatever, or like self-pitying. He sees the struggle that's there, but he's taking it upon himself to give advice to overcome it. And I like that.
And we arrive in no goddess, that's why they don't look.
All right, and that was Some Days by Nick Bowens. Fire song with a good message, A1 delivery and flow, lyricism on point, good beat. Nothing crazy with the beat, pretty, it's a good beat. I'm not knocking it, just like there wasn't anything crazy that really like captivated my attention. I was more so listening to the lyrics and the message of the song. But I already pretty much said what I thought about it, what, you know, the message of the song. I do want to say, like, you know, he really does remind me of a lot of rappers that sort of rap on, I guess, beats like this, like Saba. I definitely hear a big Mick Jenkins influence in this song. I feel like maybe if he made like his aggressiveness that Mick Jenkins is sometimes known for, bro, it'd be like parallel almost. But yeah, I definitely like his style, definitely like Nick Bowens' style. Keep it up, bro. All right, next song we got Indigo T with his song Cyrus. Very triumphant. And I like the piano in the background too, along with the trumpets. Oh, this might just be a beat tape, so this is just the instrumental. All right, pretty short song, short instrumental, which is all right. You know, when there isn't anything extra going on in the beat, there's no reason for, you know, the same loop to be going on for 2-3 minutes. But so for what it was, I did like it. Immediately caught my attention. Like I said, just sounded very triumphant with the trumpets. That was like the forefront of the beat, the highlight of the beat. And then I did hear the piano, and for a while I didn't even realize that there were drums going on as well. They were very subtle, but they did add to it for sure. They did add to the beat. And then you had like a vocal, like some, I don't know, I couldn't hear what he was saying, but some vocal snippet going on in the background. So pretty straightforward. Like I said, it gave me, you know, triumphant feeling at first, but I do wish, you know, there was like some sort of like maybe switch up or maybe added a little something there. But for what it was under a minute, so not really about to complain that you didn't add, you know, God knows what else, not into a under minute beat. But solid. All right, next song we got Days of Elijah by Isaa.c, produced by Unknown. Pretty short song.
Flows moving over sunny arches, the wind still whispers to me. Sunny arches, the wind still whispers to me. Eyes of the sky are like a
bro, the wind still whispered to me. But I just love, it doesn't matter, honestly. You can reference, I don't care how many Earl lyrics in your song, like I'm gonna love it. The wind still whispered to me. I forgot where that's from. That's like an unreleased Earl song, but yeah, just wanted to point that out. I love Earl references, bro.
shit when the wisdom spoke to me. As if the moments that hit you the most were the moments that were supposed to mean the most to me. I closed.
As if the moments that hurt you the most were supposed to be the moments that meant the most to me. Is that what he just said? Bro, that's fire. That's fire. Right, and I like that. He said, Spirit of a Mountain, Days of Elijah. Elijah the prophet, he was like, he was a variety of things, but I want to say one of the things that he's known for, like he was stuck in like a mountain or cave for I don't know how many days because he was being persecuted, whatever. But God spoke to him while he was in the mountain, like asking to, bro, that's fire. Because he was like asking for God to kill him, like he was like hella suicidal, and then God spoke to him, and then right after he says that Days of Elijah, I was legit when the Spirit spoke to me. That's fire. That's a good like connection. I like that. Fire. Short song, but fire. Straight to the point. Just raps, and the production, amazing as well. Really loved that. Yeah, pretty much said what I needed to say on the song. Really liked it. Love the references. Love the biblical references, love like the spiritual aspect of the song, and just the connection, the dots. Very poetic as well. A1. All right, next up we got Arsenal by Achille. Maybe, is that how Achille is spelled? Achille heel? I'm sorry if I'm butchering names, but yeah, it is what it is. Y'all be butchering up my name, so it's only right that I do the same. And this is a beat tape as well. And I want to say I've heard this before. Oh, that's fire. It's very glistening, kind of like shiny. Ooh. Also kind of feels like you're, I mean, it's not that atmospheric. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like glimmering, bro. I don't know what it is. I really like it. It just sounds clean. Yeah, I be using the weirdest terms to like describe beats, but it's the best I can do, bro. I'm not a producer. I barely know instruments, like, for real. I'm just saying, but no, for real. I really like this beat. It's pretty good. I really like that. Solid. I don't think there'd be anything that I would add or remove to improve this beat. I could see hella rappers just bodying it, to be honest. All right, next song is HEARSWHOS with his song Truffler Seed.
Always me. On this botany, I speak from truffle trees, and I hope that the bass God notice me. Be flying, tell my brothers I'm leaving. Frankly, this ocean ain't wide enough in between us.
I like that. Frankly, this ocean isn't wide enough between us. Frank Ocean, and he's like kind of being sentimental with it, so it's definitely a reference to Frank Ocean.
My angel is the centerfold. You can't take me down. My memory already sold.
The production heavily, I was gonna say it in the beginning, heavily reminds me of Tyler the Creator. Like from his maybe Wolf era, Wolf to maybe Cherry Bomb era, but definitely more Wolf. 100% hear that. Just with the chords, drums as well. I do say that the vocal mixing wasn't really all there. I feel like the track could have been mixed more. Like the vocals were like very heavily like sticking out, and didn't really seem like a part of the song, of the track. But on to the next song is Blackfoot Walker, Heart Like a Lion by Masethemessiah. Ooh. I dreamt of a dream and made it my shit. Oh wow, he's riding this beat perfectly, on point. Love his voice. Love what he's saying, his lyrics as well, all that. I'm definitely feeling this song, just as a whole. The whole, bro, I hate using the word, but the whole vibe of this song. Drums, they're pretty simple, but I love drums like this. I can definitely just like feel the groove of it so much better than I guess other typical. It's thundering, it's lightning. But yeah, great song. Great song, great production. If he produced it too, that'd be crazy. I wouldn't be surprised because he just wrote the beat so well. I wouldn't be surprised if he made it exactly for himself and he knew exactly how to be on that beat. All right, next song we have Red by Manny and Frank. Very interesting cover. It's a baby with a Photoshop dog on his head. Uh-oh. Let's dive into it.
Hey, I was walking lonely on the open road. Glitter tears on my face, rain on my toes. Passion burning, wrong turn, and then it's up in smoke. Parents told me that they're happy with the way I've grown. I can't be happy till I've got them both fucking home. It's made a shit, at least I've got a throne. I set the tone, I never match pitch. I see the match fix, so don't play the game.
Oh, this is fire.
The ball acting, man, everything that glitters ain't gold. And every pop and spit a rate cold. Yet to crack the code, rather crack a couple cold ones. Pay me what I'm owed, don't you take me for a no one. Tell me that the show's just
gotta crack a cold. I'd rather crack a couple cold ones. So far, I really love it. I love the trumpets on here. Like I said, there was another beat that sort of sounded like this before that I reacted to, and it's just triumphant. It's just, yeah, something about those trumpets, man. And he's flowing extremely well on here, and the vocals are mixed very well. Yeah, so far I don't have any complaints at all. I definitely was not expecting. I was expecting something way worse. I'm not even gonna, I said I wasn't judging it by the album cover. I was judging it like inside of my head. I was not expecting this at all.
Police was being pious, police freaks and liars, set this heat, keep the fires burning, but my heart's acclimatized, M-A-double-N-Y, raise a toast to the finer times, so they're coming soon.
That is fire. That is really good. Yeah, and that was Red by Manny and Frank. Yeah, that was really good. I was actually very surprised. So it was two guys, and both of their verses were extremely solid. Actually great. I'm not even gonna say solid, because that solid is like kind of like almost like the bare minimum. That was very great, really good. Now I want to say maybe there's someone from the UK, because I was hearing an accent, and yeah, that was extremely good, extremely well. Production and all of that. Big ups. All right, next song we got Johnny vúDOE with this song, I Dedicate This to You.
I dedicate this to you. I wanna know what it's like to walk a mile in your shoes. You've been used and abused, even hurt by me too. I can't be mad at any decisions you choose.
Again, the production immediately piques my interest. The trumpets, like I said, give like this instrumental, this triumphant feeling, but then there are these strings as well that are also really, I would say also like triumphant, but they kind of add like this other aspect to this song, kind of like more of an emotional aspect to this song, which I really enjoy. And so far, like the way he came on the song, very passionate, which is always great to hear in rap.
To my skin a different hue. You was a breath of fresh air when I was drowning. I do care, my chest pounding. I felt so deep.
You were a breath of fresh air when I was drowning. I mean, so essentially life-saving.
Mean for you to avoid something so tragic. My goal is to have you living lavish. I love when you spoke Spanish. Mami te amo con toda mi alma. I done did a lot of dirt. I guess this was my karma. I lost the waters and once to my trauma.
Dang.
I dedicate this to you.
That's fire.
I
Okay.
dedicate this to you.
So this is to like an ex-lover.
I dedicate this to you. I dedicate this to you.
And being very intimate, very genuine in his attempt to make things right, or I don't know, just reflecting on a past relationship. That's fire. I like that. Very sincere. But yeah, great song. I don't think there are a lot of rappers in this kind of scene that do openly like talk about their relationships to the lengths that he did, or like past relationships, and he did it extremely well. You know, very just hard out on the field, and yeah, really had me listening and paying attention to, you know, to the words that he was saying, to the feelings he was feeling and portraying. And just the beat matched like the passion that he had as well. Like it was something that he had to let out, and the beat really perfectly matched that sentiment. So I really like that. All right, next song is James Takateru with his song Right On. I'm gonna assume this is just a beat. Huh, this is a build up. Okay. Sounds very menacing, like destructive almost. Almost like the scene of where, like, I guess like the bad guy boss comes in, you know? But yeah, it's a good beat. Like I said, I did feel like kind of the menacing feeling that it was kind of maybe portraying. But the one thing that I would say that kind of threw me off was the build-up in the beginning, and then it like leaves, and then the beat actually comes in. That I don't know, maybe I'd have to re-listen to it again, but like when I first heard it, that was a bit confusing. Yeah, solid beat. All right, next song we got Fredo Capone featuring Jade Moore, produced by Isaac Mapp.
It takes a village just to raise a kid, but
that's the same sample that Knowledge used with the Anderson .Paak song. That's fire.
Feeling less stressed, waking up blessed, cause I'm grateful for my fam. Parents on my ass trying to turn me to a man. On the other hand, I've been working non-stop, putting blood, sweat, and tears in every line that I drop. Climbing to the
fire.
top, people trying to bring me down. Thankful for the ones who stuck around. Growing every long time coming, but I'm glad that I found self-love.
Long time coming, but I'm glad I found self-love.
The man that I'm trying to become. Self-love is love. Yeah, self-love be that real love.
Yeah, I like that. Great sentiment.
Perhaps what I see in the mirror is a reflection of what I feel, and that's love.
I'm assuming that's Jade Moore.
That's love, that burning, that's the love that starts it all. It's the one that can take it all away like it never happened in the first place.
That's fire. I like that. That's a little spoken word poetry there as well to close it out, and also you know, talks about self-love being the real love. I like that. Great message. Great beat. Great flow. Nothing too crazy like rhyme schemes or like wordplay, you know, very straightforward, which I also really like. Yeah, great message. That's a solid song. All right, next up we have More Brown by brwnsounds. Also seems to be a beat tape, so let's see. Beautiful. Fire. All right. Yeah, I liked how the beat first started. I want to say maybe it was like just the sample playing initially, and then it kind of fades out, and then you know, the beat comes in using the aforementioned sample, and it just loops. There's nothing, you know, there aren't any crazy things done to it or like that happens. It's just a loop for about a minute and a half. But it's pretty good. I really like it. I really like the kind of, I don't know, the singing that's kind of a little bit distorted, you know, a bit pitched down. You know, you have some strings in there as well, and the drums are also really, really good. And that's really where it matters most, especially with like samples. Cause like the drums, that's where, you know, you gotta pick it right. And yeah, pretty well done. Solid song or solid beat. All right, I've been doing this video now for an hour and a half, and I got work in like 2 hours. So if I still want to edit this, I gotta do it quick. So I'm gonna react to one more song, bro. And that one song will be, let's see if I can find, let me see somebody who's been like wanting to get their music reviewed for a while. Nah, let's get a woman over here. Okay, next and last final song of this video will be Sasha with her song Direct Message. Let's go.
You're speaking, but no words have been said.
That's fire. I like that. It's very neo soul, kind of a throwback. But honestly, I wouldn't even say a throwback, because there are some artists that sound like this, you know, today. But definitely getting Erykah Badu vibes. Because I feel like whenever like a black woman sings neo soul, it's always like an Erykah Badu comparison. But I definitely do get that vibe. Very mellow, very chill, very pure as well, and kind of uplifting. Kind of also getting like maybe Georgia Smith kind of influence as well. But yeah, like I said, very, very chill. I really like it. I really like the lyrics too. Fire. Also kind of like Lauryn Hill. And that beat is fire. I just want to, okay. That's fire. That's a good way to end this video too. So chill. It's like you're in a jazz lounge. Just chill. Bro, that's fire. I really like that. Voice as well. I don't know if I mentioned that, but voice is very calming, very smooth. Solid song. Good song. Great song. And the beat as well. I know it doesn't say who produced it. She produced it. That's A1 fire. But that concludes this video. I think I want to say I had to have gotten at least like 15, at least maybe 20. And that's around the range I try to go to. Honestly, I want to say before I would do like less than 15, I do around like 12, 13. So I try to get as many people as possible, but you know, this video would be crazy long if I did get to the 60, 70 submissions I did. So I'm gonna do another one eventually, you know, just I'll try not to pick ones I've already done. I always try to, you know, rotate some new artists in there as well. But then again, you know, I do try to support the people that support me. So if I've been seeing, you know, supporters that have, you know, been behind my back from the get-go, I'm obviously gonna try to give them a chance to, you know, to put their music out there first and foremost, rather than just picking any person who saw this post. But I will be doing these again. Next one will be at 3,000. So just be aware for that. I don't know how long that'll take me. But again, thank y'all. For real. Thank y'all for peeping the videos, the descriptions, my music, all of that is appreciated. It's been your boy Chimezie. Peace.